And invariably, the comments were, we've got really good people. Why do we use consultants? And people say, I didn't think I was creative. But as I mentioned earlier, if somebody doesn't have P&L responsibility, implementation is always an issue because it gets lost in the organization. And this is why when I discovered, as I said, the Blue Ocean Awards, it's much more satisfactory because at the end of it, everybody, has improved their outcome. And even if you don't win, you're already part of a global ecosystem. So I'll hand it back to you, Alban, because I have to finish packing.
Okay.
And I'll probably leave my chargers behind. But anyway.
Okay.
And I'll be online tomorrow from Bombay, hopefully.
Okay, great. It's nice to have your feedbacks on the participants and the finalists. Okay, have a safe trip to India. See you soon.
Hopefully see you there too.
Yeah, sure. So, origins of this Blue Ocean Award, of course, it's, as you know, or you are, I'm sure, totally up to date on that. It's the Blue Ocean strategy created by Professor Chen Kim and Professor Moborn at the INSEAD. It was starting with around 1997 with some publications about what they call value innovation. And it's all about going far from the competition, going out of the competition to find a new value, to create a new value, and doing that for the what they call the non-customers. We'll go deeply in details today, but doing that, you will be able to create your own market space without competition, what they call the Blue Ocean, in comparison to the Red Ocean. Red Ocean is where all the competition is. It's red because it's a blood, because everybody is blooding here, and it's it's full of shark, and you are blooding because you have to reduce your price and at the end your margin. So it's blood of that, and the Blue Ocean, it's no competition. It's a new market space where you are able to define your own rules, and you are finding a new margin and a very big growth. That's all about that. But we'll go deeply in details just after. I wanted to start maybe sharing with you this short video. It's a very good introduction. It's from the Harvard Business Review. It's very, I will share the audio of the video. Yeah. It's a very good one. Very short. It's 2 minutes.
In 1984, Guy Laliberté co-founded Cirque du Soleil. Soon, Cirque was bringing in revenues that incumbents like Ringling Brothers had taken more than a century to attain, even though the circus business was in long-term decline. How did Cirque thrive in such a dismal environment? The answer can be found in the theory that the business universe consists of two kinds of markets: red oceans and blue oceans, a concept pioneered by INSEAD professors W. Chan Kim and René Beauborn. Red oceans represent existing industries and markets, where industry boundaries and the rules of competition are well defined. Companies strive to outperform rivals and grab a bigger share of existing demand. As the space gets crowded, fierce competition turns the water bloody. Competitive or market competing strategy is about how to occupy red oceans. By contrast, blue ocean or market creating strategy is about how to create and capture unknown markets where demand is created rather than fought over. In some cases, this spawns entirely new industries. But most blue oceans emerge when a company alters the boundaries of an existing industry, as when Cirque du Soleil blurred the line between circus and theatre. Cirque made the acts more artistic and sophisticated, attracting a whole new group of customers, adults who are prepared to pay premium ticket prices as they would for the theatre or the opera. Cirque also eliminated several elements of the traditional circus like costly animal acts and star performers. Cirque invented a new and profitable market space without making the typical trade-off between value and cost. Cirque pursued both differentiation and low cost in what Kim and Mauborgne call value innovation. The simultaneous pursuit of value and cost is the logic of Blue Ocean strategy. Based on their study of more than 30 industries, companies that can create blue oceans usually reap the benefits for 10 to 15 years because they are hard for rivals to copy. To realize blue ocean potential like Cirque did, companies should chart a strategic course past traditional industry boundaries to create new market space.
Yeah, it's, I think, a good video. Very simple, very clear. And you have all the ingredients to do the right recipe here. So about Blue Ocean Awards, it's the objective of Blue Ocean Awards. The first objective when we created Blue Ocean Awards, it was in 2014 to put on the stage, to have on the stage and to highlight all the Blue Ocean strategies having success. First, it was in France, but we have extended it last 2 years ago in South Africa, this year in Senegal, again South Africa, and India now. Soon it will be certainly in the Emirates. So it's these companies, you can see they have won a Blue Ocean Award. It's their value before they won, and the value after 3 or 4 years after they won this Blue Ocean Award. It's quite as an average, it's 10 times the value increase in around between 2 and 4 years. There are some famous names now. Some of them are unicorn. And then when they won, they were just a very good Blue Ocean ID for some of them. And for some of them, they were already developing their business on the good way to business. But so that's why we have different categories: baby, mentor, legend. We talk about that. So it's an increase of 10 times the value as an average, and more than 90% as an average on 7 years. It's they are funded in just 6 months. And I think it's 95 or 96% in this 3 years. Yeah, 94% in 3 years. It's also an ecosystem. So it's for the winners, it's an access to this ecosystem. For the partners and the members of this ecosystem, it's also a very good approach to do very good open innovation, because all this ecosystem, all these members, they are here for the value innovation, to bring a value to a market, to maybe also a territory, a company, a society, a country. So they are here for quite good reasons. So maybe in this ecosystem, we have also support, very good support from from the consulate, general consulate in Pondicherry and Chennai. So let me check if we have a representative of the consulate here connected. I see Feli from the embassy. You are from the embassy, Feli Visco. Maybe you want to introduce yourself and say some words about the actions, what France is doing in India.
Yes, I can say a few words.
I don't know. Maybe Bruno.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We
can hear you.
Yes.
We can hear you. Yeah, you can, if you want to introduce yourself, and yeah, you will be member of the jury.
Yes, thank you very much, Alban. My name is Feli Visco. I am at the Regional Economic Services at the Embassy of France. So I'm based out of Delhi. the cooperation between France and India is actually, especially in the topic of technology and innovation, has been going from strength to strength. We have a roadmap that was endorsed by Prime Minister Modi and President Macron in 2019, and innovation and getting the innovation ecosystems of both France and India is one of the key pillars of this roadmap. We're also in the process of renewing an MOU with the Ministry of Electronics and IT, which is the Indian Ministry of Electronics and IT. And we cooperate quite closely with other technical departments in India. And again, obviously, innovation is one of the key topics that we cooperate on. We also launched a pilot project in April 2021, which is called the IFTech program. It was a pilot project to get French and Indian startups together. And in that same year, we had India as the country partner or country of the year at VivaTech. So I think that was the first time that VivaTech actually had an initiative like this. So, and they decided to pick India to be this country of the year, which I think is the first time that they've ever done something, which goes to show that there is definitely a lot of interest and a lot of movement between India and France in innovation. So this is very interesting, the Blue Ocean strategy.
Coming in India.
Yes, coming in India. I think it's quite interesting. And I think Indian entrepreneurs are definitely always looking for differentiating themselves in the market. And I think that given that this is the G20 presidency of India this year, there is a lot of talk about India's offerings in digital public infrastructure. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity for this award to make a difference. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Philly. Nice to have you in the jury. And we have one of our sponsors this year for this first Blue Ocean Awards in India, Mr. Unikrishnan. I see you are connected.
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
Yes. Hello, Alban.
Nice to see you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Unikrishnan. I'm based out of Chennai, and I head the glass business of Saint-Gobain in India. Saint-Gobain has a strong presence in India on glass and plasterboard and a few other materials, largely related to either buildings or mobility. And we know Professor George for many years and have been benefited with the Blue Ocean methodology in many of our innovations. And we have a big research facility as well as the IIT Madras Research Park. Dr. Karthik, who's the director, will be joining me in the jury on 24th. So we are happy to be associated with this particular award and look forward to a lot of interactions with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Unikrishnan. So thanks to Saint-Gobain India to support this first edition. It's a very big pleasure for us. I see Mr. Nguyen, finally you are here. Mr. Nguyen, Bruno.
Good morning. I'm sorry. I'm late.
Yeah.
I know that Philly has already talked about a lot of things, but maybe I will repeat some words. Dear Mr. Ewald, dear Mr. Ipen, dear members of the jury, good morning. I'm Bruno Nguyen. I'm in charge of the Bureau de France in Chennai. So on behalf of Ms. Lise Talbot-Barry, who is the Consul General of France in Chennai in Pondicherry, I would like to thank you for the meeting of today. This year, as it was said, France and India are celebrating the 25th anniversary of their strategic partnership. We are also celebrating the Indian presidency of the G20. In this frame, France has the pleasure and the honor to be the partner country of the first edition of Imagine Chennai 23, organized by the Tamil Nadu government. Tamil Nadu is well known for the automotive, textile, and agro sectors, but many people forgot that Tamil Nadu is one of the nest of IT in India. Innovation and technology of information are as strategic as agro-food or defense. Innovation and technology are essential to progress, to face the challenges and supporting the transitions that our world is currently experiencing. The participation of India as guest of honor to Vivatech exhibition in France last year proves it. Innovation, every release on young talents and startups with their new and digitalized ideas. I'm sorry, I always have some difficulty to say this word. But with a strong network of school and university, as pretty prestigious as IIT Madras or VIT Vellore, Tamil Nadu is well prepared to develop its position in the IT sector. In all these fields, the consulate and the French team means not only the consulate, but also the economic department of the embassy, Business France, the Indo-French Chamber of Commerce, and the French Tech. We are closely working with the Indian partners to strengthen the cooperation between the two countries. Now, the reflex of partnership with France is sufficiently anchored since the organizers of Imagine Chennai have taken the initiative to associate the event with the Blue Ocean Awards. Created in France 8 years ago, the Blue Ocean Awards are the international startup competition focused on the use of Blue Ocean strategy to create viable startups. On 24th of March, we will have the very, very difficult task of choosing the best startup among 10 finalists. That will be not easy because each of them are their own unique quality. But we are looking forward to that day, 24. I have the pleasure to inform you that the Consul General will invite all the finalists and all the members of the jury to a reception she will host on 23. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Thanks a lot for the consulate to support this first edition of the Blue Ocean Awards. And we will be very proud to have the Consulate General speaking at the introduction of the ceremony taking place at the Imagine Chennai main hall, as you said, March 24 from 5 p.m. So, and we are for this first edition at the Imagine Chennai, this first Imagine Chennai edition too. And we are very happy also to have, I think, Jason is connected from the management, the organization of this Imagine Chennai. Jason, if you want to say some words introducing Imagine, the floor is yours. Jason, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
good morning.
Hello,
pleasure to be here with all of you. My name is Jason, and I represent Imagine Chennai, which is the Government of Tamil Nadu initiative to create Asia's largest technology, entrepreneurship, and skill summit, which is coming up on the 23rd of this month. We are less than about 2 weeks from the event. So this is going to be a massive initiative coming from the Government of Tamil Nadu. And it's a 3-day summit that we are hosting at the Chennai Trade Fair Center. And a lot of global profiles are coming in as speakers for keynotes, fireside. So there's a lot of action that's going to happen here at Imagine. And we are happy. We've been in touch with the Blue Ocean team right from the idea stage of when we were creating Imagine. This was sometime last year during the World Economic Summit at Davos. So I think that's where the journey started, and we are happy to host the Blue Ocean Awards. I will be your host at the Imagine Chennai, and I mean, I'm looped on emails with with most of you, and look forward to meeting you all. I'd like to thank the Blue Ocean team, Alban, Professor George, Mr. Unnikrishnan from Saint-Gobain, Honorable Consulate General of France, Mr. Bruno, Carla, and everybody else who's been of a great support to make this happen at Chennai. Look forward to an exciting day during the Blue Ocean Awards, and especially and personally invite you all for the Imagine Summit from the 23rd to 25th of March this month. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Jason. And as you know, for the finalists and for the jury members, Jason is a guy who, from whom you will get the tickets, the pass to access the Imagine Chennai on March 24. So you can see him, and he will send you. You just need to send him your contact, and he will share with you some codes to get your gold access, your gold ticket.
Yes, I'll be sharing the delegate passes shortly. I think in a day or two.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that, Jason, and for all this nice and very efficient organization. And in this jury, we have also, for now, all this very onerous member, very proud to have this member, and it will. The list, I think, will increase for the next 10 days. Maybe we let each of them. I think there are maybe not all of them connected right now, but I see some of them are connected. We'll let them introduce themselves. The other jury members. Who want to start? I see there is Vignesh. Maybe Vignesh, you want to introduce yourself in a few words?
Sure. Thanks. Thanks, Alban. Pleasure to meet everyone as well. I'll keep this very short. I'm Vignesh. I serve as a partner currently at Lok Capital, one of India's oldest impact funds. We manage just shy of about $500 million in assets under management. We were the first investors in, significantly in financial services. 3 funds so far, 22, 65, and 120 million. First investors in companies like Equitas, Suryoday, Ujjivan, Utkarsh, through from seed to IPO. And now we're currently investing out of our 4th fund, also based in Chennai, uniquely, perhaps antithetically, with offices in Bangalore and in Gurgaon as well. And we do Series A and B investing, and I'm looking forward to more blue ocean companies versus red ocean ones. Hopefully, when I come to Imagine, and great to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot, Vignesh. So you're a very representative member of this jury, because for the finalists, we always try to have a maximum of very key investors. So Vignesh is one of them for India. So we are very proud and very happy to have you, Vignesh, in this jury as a key investor in India. I see other members of the jury here connected. Want to introduce yourself? Yeah.
I'm Claude Sarr.
Claude, from Air France.
So, but yes, it's under M300236 digital signature, because it is on my computer from a laptop, Air France. So, so I'm in charge of the sorry about that. So, but I'm my name is first on the list that you display on the screen. Okay, I'm very happy to come to Chennai. By the way, to be my first time since I arrived in India 1st of August. I'm glad that Air France is increasing our footprint, since, as you may know, we go from 3 flights a week to 5 flights a week with Airbus 330. So that's good for the development of this state, and so cannot wait to be with you soon.
Thanks a lot, Claude, for joining us for this jury. Nice to have you. I see. Well, also, who is here, because you are a lot from the jury.
My name is Karthik.
Yeah.
My name is Karthik Kumar. I am also from Saint-Gobain. I am the R&D director for Saint-Gobain Research India. We had Unni Krishnan actually speak about Saint-Gobain, but I also wanted to introduce that Saint-Gobain has R&D centers across the world, and we have one at Chennai, and we have R&D center for all the business units, and we call that as transversal R&D center. And we practice a lot of innovation at our business, as Unni mentioned, and we gained a good amount of understanding on Blue Ocean. And I'm happy to be part of this team, and keen to meet all the participants. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Kumara Devan. I'm the CDIO for the Saint-Gobain India region. I am very happy to be part of this jury. Saint-Gobain India, I think I already introduced by Unni, both Unni and Karthik, my colleagues here. And I just want to add, apart from the R&D and the several manufacturing facilities that we have in India, India is also a very large setup for Saint-Gobain globally for the digital and IT. Close to 1,500 people work on two captive centers specializing on many new technologies. So this is about me and my work, and I'm very happy to be part of this jury and eager to meet you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Mr. Kumara Devan. So now we have, I think, maybe Michael. I see Michael Whiteley from INSEAD, former student at the INSEAD and now independent director. Michael, you want to introduce yourself? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Michael Whitley. I was at INSEAD in 1997, so it was the period when Blue Ocean Strategy didn't have that name, but I learned it from Chan Kim. And I've practiced it ever since. First 16 years with Hewlett-Packard when I was a strategist. One high point from that time was a few days spent in India looking at the potential to develop hardware manufacturing there. It was an absolutely amazing time. I really learned a lot. And so I'm very honored to be able to work again with Indian enterprise. For the last 10 years, I've been an angel investor, also using Blue Ocean ideas to help young companies grow in the circular economy. And I'm now an independent director working with the INSEAD Directors Network.
Thanks a lot, Michael. Do we have other jury members connected right now? Please raise your hand to introduce yourself. I see maybe iPhone de Frière. Maybe I don't know who you are. iPhone de Frière.
It's Cara
it's you.
Sorry. I'm not member of the jury.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Okay. And all the other participants, you are all finalists. Is it right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we will continue here. And now we'll let the floor to the 10 finalists. So each of you, if you can introduce yourself, one speaker per finalist, in just, the pitch is not right now. It will be on March 24, but you can take 1 minute to introduce yourself, Max, right now. So we can start with the FINALIST project. We have FINALIST project. Yeah. First one here. Okay, on NAPID, let's start with NAPID. I see you are connected, NAPID. I see Sonia. Kulot. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hello, Kulot.
Hi, inventor and CEO of NAPID, and I'm here along with my co-founders of Genia. And thank you very much for this session as well as the opportunity. We have invented the world's first zero-factor authentication, and our solution is already endorsed officially by Reserve Bank of India, put it in the banks. And we are very excited to be part of this Blue Ocean Awards and very excited to be the finalist and do our best on the pitching. And thank you very much for this session to learn more from you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kulot. Then we have Ambarama.ai. I see you are connected.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi, Alban and the entire jury, along with my participants. I'm Kunche Kalyani. I'm the founder and CEO of Ambaram. Now, Ambaram is a collaborative fashion platform. This is exactly where designers from the fashion and textile industry can come and start working together. It works like their online design studio, a cloud space where the design studio is not brick and mortar, but it's there on the cloud. And we find it unique because it's never there, and such platforms were not available before. Since I am a designer and I've practiced designing for 24 years, and in the last 13 years, I've helped brands in US and Europe and LATAM source design out of India. I know the pain points deeply, and that's exactly why I thought I should just mix technology to come out with the solution called Ambaram. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambaram. Then we have Vayujal. Vayujal. You are here. We have a representative from Vayujal.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. I'm Ramesh from Vayujal. We are making atmospheric water generators. These are the devices which converts humidity available in air into drinking water. And so as the name reflects, Vayu is air in that. And in Hindi, Jal is water. So from Vayu to Jal or air to water. We are doing this process with minimum energy consumption. So today we can make a liter of water at 0.24 units of electricity. And today we have around 80 projects in India, and there's one project in Cyprus. And look forward to the presentations during the UImagine event. And we thank you, Blue Ocean, for the opportunity. Looking forward. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Ramesh. Welcome as a finalist. And then we have mExchange. mExchange with Mahendra Panchal, maybe.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
First of all, thanks a lot for us to get selected as the top 10 finalists. We as a platform, we are building a platform which is a payment layer specifically designed for healthcare ecosystem. What we do is we enable all the healthcare payments. This can be in form of insurance claims, in form of cash across. So we basically, so the last, most of the unplanned payments which are happening in India are in cash, and 61% of that is happening. We help people plan that out in terms of low cost EMIs, and can distribute that expenses up to 24 months, up to 10 lakh of expenses in the ecosystem. So that's where we are. We can share further details during the jury sessions on 23rd, 24th. Thanks once again for selecting us.
Thanks, Mandra. Welcome. And then we have Ajit for Europe Solutions.
Yeah.
Hi, Ajit.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being here. I must first say that I'm the inspiration from a Blue Ocean strategy goes back almost all the way up to back to 2000, when I first read the HBR articles, and then of course the books that followed. I am the managing director the founder of Embiome Consulting and Management Services. A Hope is a product company that came as a result of it. A Hope focuses on creating a virtual platform cooperative ecosystem. Essentially, the strengths of a cooperative, which I'm enormously inspired by, and that's really what A Hope is all about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mandra, Ajit, sorry. Thank you. And then we have Amit from Postcard.
Hey,
Travel.
hi.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for this opportunity. So I started Postcard about 3 years back, actually, more of the passion project. The whole idea was to, and now what we've evolved to is a marketing representation company for boutique hotels, travel designers from around the world. And these are all people that uplift local communities and promote responsible tourism. We realized that traditional OTAs, etc., are charging more and more as far as commissions are concerned, and that's kind of having an impact on them, and they don't have the budgets on Google, etc., to sort of advertise. So we use a set of tools like storytelling, podcasting, newsletters. We also have a loyalty card that's going to be launched soon to sort of bring the global community of mindful travelers together, and then connect them with these hotels that promote responsible tourism and tour operators. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit. Sorry, Ashwin. Thank you, Ashwin. Amit. Sorry, thank you, Amit. And then we have Ashwin from TryMD. We have Ashwin, from TryMD.
Yes, Alban.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm Ashwin, founder of Trend. So to give you a glimpse about Trend is a live analytics platform helping users to view real-time occupancy of crowd at essential service places like hospitals, clinics, scan centers, and salons. So eventually what you want to do is reduce the common problem of waiting time at any of these places. We use machine learning to and eventually we help the users also to give the information on delay time that happens in each of these places so that users are made to wait at a very minimum time and get their consultations very easily. And to talk about this, our team, we are currently member of a 10-member team, and we are working with 10 different businesses with respect to our product, and we are able to see good results out of it. And I'm also excited to see all the other participants on March 24th, and looking forward for the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwin. Welcome. And then we have Dr. Nambi Indumati for Samud Yoga West Chakra. Are you here? West Chakra. It seems no. So we jump to share at doorstep. Maybe someone raise your hand.
Yeah, hi. I'm so excited to be here. It's a pleasure to listen to all the about all the startups that are joining. Yes. So just to give a brief, before I give a brief about myself, just to know how exciting this was to be part of this is because when I started my journey around 8 years back with an idea, my mentor told me to read these two books, Blue Ocean Strategy 1 and 2, and that's how I started this. The idea was to how to cater to the used goods market, which has not been explored yet, which is like the low value goods, the clothes, items, etc., which are lying in our houses. And that's what we cater to. It's called Share at Doorstep. And it's a sustainability tech platform through which people can donate anything reusable and get them delivered to charities we support and earn rewards. Currently, we are all across India and recently launched in Singapore and plan to launch in Europe soon.
Thanks, Anushka. Do we have someone from Waste Chakra? We have some representative for Waste Chakra. Puroto Maman.
Very good morning. Yeah, my name is Purushothaman. Good morning. I'm from team Waste Chakra. Presently, Dr. Indumati Nambi has not yet joined. So I'd like to introduce about myself as well as our company. Once again, myself as Purushothaman, CEO of Waste Chakra. We are dealing with sustainable solution for the different plastic waste management. And through the pyrolysis technologies, we are converting the plastic into reusable fuel oil, which is equivalent to diesel specification. And we have established this company 3 years ago, and presently we put our pyrolysis plant of 250 kilogram per day in Chennai. And now through the sustained research and development activities, we have developed our pyrolysis process to the next level for different waste like plastic waste from medical industries and from packaging industries and even the municipal solid waste also. And thank you for giving the opportunity to join with you, and would love to learn and glad to learn more through this event. Thank you, sirs.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Porotaman, sorry. So do we have other jury members maybe who has joined now and want to introduce himself? No, it's okay. So we'll continue. So here you can see the timeline we already shared. I think it's almost clear. We have and we are very happy and to have the consulate inviting you jury members and you finalists to the parties they will have, the pre-event parties they will have for the pre-event for Imagine. They will have on the March 23rd. So I think you are already in touch with Carla for the invitation. On the March 24, you will have this in the morning. You will have this speech in front of the jury. It will be the jury room at Imagine Chennai. And in the afternoon, from 5 p.m., you will have the rewarding ceremony. And for the winners, you will be invited to the VIP party, Imagine party in the evening. And all the finalists, you are also invited to the international closing ceremony we'll have on the April 13 at the Blue Ocean Strategy Institute in the INSEAD with Professor Chen Kim. Each country will be represented with a delegation, including, of course, India, and of course, yeah, and with partners and sponsors also joining this delegation. The delegation will be also led by the Consulate General, Liz Talbot-Barré. So this is this event with Professor Kim. It will be ambassador of Senegal in France. It will be deputy. It will be ministers. It will be investors. A lot of investors also, and or media or partnering media for 4 years or 3 years with Forbes, because Forbes will be covering the event with interviews for the magazine released on July 23. So this article with the 3 pages focusing on the winners and the partners. Also, Blue Ocean Award. It's we are live on YouTube right now, as you know, and we have quite strong audiences on YouTube, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and so on the social networks. It will be a press release before the event to announce the event, to announce the YouTube event. So we'll share with you shortly this press release for validation with the finalists, with the jury and members and partners for validation, and it will be a second press release after the event to announce the result, the winners. As we said, it will be this year 3 categories for this Blue Ocean Awards in India. Baby, it's less than $2 million revenues, less than 2 years usually. Mentor, it's older than 2 years, or more than $2 million revenues. So, social or societal in French. It's also one of them, Baby or Mentor, but having a very strong positive impact on the society. It will be no legend for this year because you have to be already, to have already some winners to win again as a legend. You can see here the blue score. So here it's for the jury members, especially. The blue score evaluation criteria we'll use, they are totally connected and defining in 7 points the characteristics of a Blue Ocean strategy, of a successful Blue Ocean strategy. So is to be focused on key moments in the experience of the buyer, in the buyer user experience. It's to reach the non-customers of the industry, to be unexplored, to target some key issues, only the key issues, only focusing on what is key for the customers and non-customers, eliminate standards. It's this elimination part of Blue Ocean strategy, being mass market. It's not about addressing just a segment of an existing industry, or the existing market. It's also to address 80% of the existing customers, and in addition, bringing a lot of non-customers. Divergence, the offering, are diverging. We'll see that, and having some unique elements compared to the standard offerings of your market, of your industry. So concretely, we'll show you an example. It's the winner we had last year, the last edition. It's an Indian company, that's why we've chosen it. It's called Sun Mobility. I will share with you the video so you will know what is it about. This video.
Sun Mobility addresses the key issues facing electric vehicles, which are high cost, range anxiety, and long refueling time. Sun Mobility's intra-operable smart mobility solution offers a single energy infrastructure platform for all small electric vehicles such as e-bikes, e-scooters, e-rickshaws, e-autos and micro-trucks. This solution comprises of Sun Mobility's smart batteries and quick interchange stations, all linked together through a smart network. This interoperable solution can transform the way people commute in cities.
So you see, what is it about? It's about swap of batteries, of course, but that's the technology. But the key value in this offering, it's to propose to public fleet manager or management, also cities, territories, to switch to the electrical fleet with no issues they could have with the usual electrical vehicles, because there's this system of swap. There is no problem of range, no limit of range, no time to refuel the battery. And also in terms of investment, the battery is not yours. They don't have to invest in the battery. It's owned by the Sun Mobility. So it's like a service. It's a service of energy service for your fleet of vehicles. So this is kind of, that's why they have won last year the Mobility Blue Ocean Awards, supported by Michelin, the Michelin Group. You can see here what we call the Blue Ocean Matrix. For all the finalists, you will be preparing this matrix at the bootcamp today and tomorrow. We'll help you and support you on that with the coaching. And for the jury members, you will see the matrix for each of the 10 finalists. They will pitch mostly their matrix and the video, like for Sun Mobility here. video to introduce the concept, and then the matrix to show what is this blue ocean strategy about. And yeah, George is leaving. Okay, bye, George. Have a safe trip.
And hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yeah. You want to say some words about Sun Mobility? You know them very well, if you have time.
Okay, so when we launched South Africa, which was the first international event, Michelin was a sponsor in the mobility space, and Alban asked me if I had any examples out of India. And I've known Chetan Maini ever since he created the Reva. And when I saw what he did in Sun Mobility, it sort of fit the matrix. And they won. And they're still growing, and Bosch has invested 26% into their company because Bosch has realized that diesels are going to be short-lived. Anyway, that's that, and we'll just discuss further tomorrow, because I've got to pack up my computer.
Okay.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Have a good flight. So here this matrix, it's what we will prepare with all the finalists, and it will be presented mostly. It will be presented by all the finalists to the jury. So for the jury, it's quite a new experience, because most of you are used to classical pitch deck with usual informations. But here we clearly, it's blue ocean strategy, so we make clearly a focus on that, and you can see here all the ingredients in this matrix to define and to validate the success and the opportunity of this blue ocean strategy. So you have here what we call the 4 actions: elimination, reduction, raised, and created, compared to the standard offering here. So here we are coming from the industry of the energy infrastructures with this offering, and they eliminate in this industry, they eliminate the high upfront cost, range anxiety, long refueling time because of this swap of batteries. They are reducing the loss of revenues due to a long time refueling time, the cost of ownership, because as we said, they don't have to invest in the battery. It's still owned by Sun Mobility, and they raise also earning these elements, uptime, and created here the unlimited driving range for all the fleet. There is no limit for the fleet, and also this cost parity between ICE and EV by separating the batteries from vehicles. And another very key ingredient in the blue ocean strategy is the non-customers. Here you can see where we have identified the non-customer reached by this offering. And these non-customers, they will inspire your value creation, what you will create and what you will eliminate mostly, compared to the standard offerings of your industry. So here they were clearly inspired by this pro going electric, but also all these territories or cities against going electric. They cannot change, they cannot switch. And also this large range of cities who want to turn their fleet to electric vehicles, but they have a lot of limits. They are facing a lot of limits. So all this has inspired, and they found that this range limit, this investment is very key. So they address this problem, they solve this problem with this offering. And the last part of the matrix is the potential in terms of figures. What is the size of your current industry? What is the size of the created market? And the created market, it's mostly a valuation of the non-customers you are reaching through your new value, through this offering you are proposing. And yes, you will have, all the finalists will have to make a variation of that, the current size, of the industry and the additional part you are bringing to this industry with your non-customers. And also from that, you can apply your market share forecast in 5 years, for instance, here, and have an idea of the revenues. And the market size in 5 years, it's the sum of these both, the current size added to the created market. Okay, so and for the jury again, we'll have the jury leaving soon. We have here the connection, the link between this blue ocean matrix presented by each finalist and this blue ocean criteria, where you will be you will give a mark. You will have to evaluate on each criteria each finalist. So you can find here in each part of each criteria in the matrix. And the blue score, the scorecard the jury will be using at the jury session, you have the same elements, the same informations, and you will be scoring each of them. It's 0 or 1. It's very simple. It's 0 or 1, and then you have the sum, and it gives you an idea to have your favorite one. So for each of these criteria, you can ask yourself: is it here or is it not here? Is it really something? Do they really reach non-customers with their offering? Have they really eliminated standards? Have they really created something unique in their offering? So yes or no, 0, 1, and then you have it's quite efficient. It's simple but efficient. So all the jury will be working, will be managed. It's here's some very simple basic rules, but just to give you here the timing. We have already shared with candidates, with all the finalists. It's 10 minutes pitch, including 1 minute of video, ideally, presenting your concept of the offering, and 5 minutes pitch, including, it's the only obligation, this blue ocean matrix we'll prepare today and tomorrow. It's 3 minutes as an average to present this matrix. Most of the time, all the finalists, for instance, Senegal, on December 19, they were just showing the video and pitching the matrix. It was very efficient, but it's up to you. The content is totally up to you, but the matrix, it's the only constraint. And you will have minimum 4 minutes Q&A session with the jury. It's very important to have these interactions. And the jury, you will be able to ask any question you want. So that's do we have questions here and especially from the jury, because we are out of time from this first part with the jury members. And do we have some questions first from the jury members about this scoring, this matrix? And okay, no question?
Alban, yes,
Yes.
maybe one
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, sure.
It's Carla from the Consulate. Will
Hi,
you
Carla.
share a presentation?
Yeah, of course. Of course, we'll share with all of you.
Okay. No, I mean, not this presentation, the presentation of all enterprises, like one paragraph for each.
No. We keep the surprise because we'll be working with them today and tomorrow to prepare the matrix. So they will pitch. You will have, of course, the list. You have already the list of all the finalists here, the 10 finalists. You have the list. That's all what we need. We'll need to share with you before the jury. The list and the name and the links to the. But we have already shared it, I think. And on the day you will discover the blue ocean strategy with the matrix, and they will start, most of them, with a video to present the concept. That's all. It's okay? It's okay for you? Michael, you raise your hand?
Yes,
yeah?
Just one question. How will we record our evaluations and get them to you? Do you have a tool or?
No, we don't need the tool. It's very simple. You just, we will share maybe this page in PowerPoint with the jury members. You just, if you are online, because you will be online on the day, you will send to me your favorite. This scorecard is for you, but it's also interesting for us to know what was your scoring. So you can share with us this page, this PowerPoint page with your
okay.
marks.
We just fill this in and send it to you.
Yeah, it's a PowerPoint. Just select 0, 1 and make the sum. Yeah, sure. Other question? Do we have other question from the jury, maybe? And also finalist, if you have question also on this part. Please proceed. Okay, all clear? All good. Okay, if you don't have other questions, we'll maybe jump now.
Yeah,
question.
This is Claude from NAPID. I have a question. So this presentation, this PPT will be from our laptop, or you will be presenting it?
No, you will share. It's in the email. There is a very long email I've shared with you yesterday. Yesterday morning. You have all the details. Maybe we'll review this during the coaching session. We'll review this email because you have all the details. In this email, you will see that you need to share with us before March 17. You need to share with us the link to your video, ideally on YouTube, and your matrix, your last version, and we'll aggregate all these presentations and also your slides. If you have other slides than the matrix, we'll make an aggregation and have only one presentation. We'll manage all the presentation part. You don't need to connect your computer or things like that.
Okay, and this video has to be from in the beginning, or it can be in middle of the presentation also?
No, video, it's at the beginning before you start. It's I've shared. You can also see on the email, the same email, there is a link with pointing to the last juries, and you can see how it's managed. You have first the video and then the presentation. You start with the video and then the presentation and then the Q&A with the jury.
Okay.
But we'll review maybe before we jump in this coaching part in the bootcamp, with all the finalists. Do we have other questions from the jury members? Of course, jury members, you can stay as long as you want at this session. You are invited. We will go more deeply in the Blue Ocean strategy principles and examples. And after that, we'll have a workshop with all each finalist will be preparing in subgroups their matrix. Okay, so let's start here. Before we start in the bootcamp, we'll thank our jury members who have joined us this morning. Thanks a lot, and we are very happy to meet you very soon, March 24 for the jury, and then for the ceremony, and maybe before at March 23 for the pre-event of the consulate, preparing imaging. All of you are invited, so thanks a lot to the consulate of France. So maybe before we start here, I will go back to this email just to be sure that you have all the information. Yeah. I see Nea Misra. Yeah,
Yes, hi. I've been really troubling you last couple of days. Hi, Alvin. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for walking us through the process.
Yeah.
Ideally, we should be in Chennai on 23rd AM, right?
You can be as you want. You are invited. All the finalists, you are invited to the party, the black tie party at the organized by the consulate in Chennai. So you are in copy. You have in copy Carla Freyer from the consulate. She will share with you the invitation. So it's up to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And 24th morning, we will pitch, and the results will be announced there and then, or in the evening that day?
Good question. I think it's better to announce it at the ceremony, to have all of you, if you want. But if it's too much pressure, it's up to you. But we prefer to announce it at the last moment. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Alvin.
You're welcome. So I will just show here my Amit, yeah.
Yeah, Alvin, I just had a question regarding the structure of the 2 days, because tomorrow I had a family commitment which was scheduled a long time back. So if you can just give us some sense of how.
Of course, it's what I shared also yesterday. It's for the bootcamp, if you can be at least at the first hour and at the last hour, it's good, because it's first hour, it's when we will be sharing the tools you will be using, and then you will be free. I will be jumping from one group to another group to coach you to answer your questions. And at the last hour, we'll share. All the group will share what they have done, to have a feedback from the other groups. So here it's really also, you are not in competition. It's important to say you are not in competition, or you will be supporting each of you. It's also, what we call the alumni of the Blue Ocean Award. It's also good to have, your projects are very different. They have been selected because they are very different, each of them on different industries. So there is no competition. But you can support yourself, having just feedback on the presentation you will see during this session. So if you have to make a choice, it's to be here for the start, when we start the session, because we will give the guidelines, what we have to do during the workshop, and then to be here at the conclusion, the last hour, where we will be presenting each result. I'm sharing my screen right now again.